Do you want to know a little secret? I'm going to show you a little secret, right? Joining two boards, you see that gap between them? It doesn't really matter how straight you cut something, you'll always end up with a slight deviation, especially over 2.5 metres. These boards are 2.5 metres when I cut them. Or just under, whatever. So there's a slight gap. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to joiner cut them. I have got a jointer that should plane it straight, but it's bent, and it's bent by like the tiniest little fraction. So this is how I do it without any specialist equipment. All I've got, well, I've got loads of stuff, right? But this is all I'm going to use: a skill saw and a blower. I like my blower. Here, I've got another board up there that goes on the bottom here. Already done that one. Label them up: 1, 2, 3. Three's there, and then put a line across all of them. Don't worry about the line. Obviously it's in pencil, it's sand off. We're still going to have to sand the living crap out of this stuff. This is the straight edge. This is the culprit that's like 1 millimetre out. Now, I know that on there, the kerf is 3.8 to 4 mil off of this bar when you cut it to allow for the foot plate. I do not have a fancy dancy track saw. What I've got is what I've got. Now, the two planks are clamped down, held to the same piece of plywood as each other. Now, the straight edge, I'm going to clamp down with clamps once I've found them. Hey, where is it? Where's it gone? I don't know, I've lost it. Bollocks. Everybody getting close now. Right, that's going to cut the wrong place. I'm trying to do this one-handed. There, right. You see that 3/8? Yeah, 38 mil. That means the blade will just touch this one, but it will cut this one. So if we go 3/9, clamp it. I'm gonna clamp it. I'm also going to clamp it, do the other end, and then come back and check this end, because things like to wiggle when you're not watching. And same as what I've done down this end, but up this end. I won't show you. I'll just give them a saw a good old blow off to get the dust off, and I'll put a lubricant on it, or a dry lubricant, help it slip through. Because bearing in mind, this is 20 mil oak, I'm going lengthways, so I'm actually using the wrong size blade. Wrong size blade, wrong type of blade. This is a cross cut blade. It should be less teeth to go that way. Anyway, we're going to do it. Now, did you notice that the saw was going ooh? Some bits it didn't get, and some bits it did, because remember the gap's big. So each time I cut it, what I do is I blow it out, unclick this, and move this one up, clamp it back down. Same again on this side, click, click, boom. And you see that gap's getting smaller and smaller, right? I think one more pass, this one. And then do you remember I said that the one side of the cut would be 38 under, and the other side would be 40, right? Well, now what we have to do is we have to move this one 0.5 mil over, so it cuts a fresh line down this one, like half the blade's worth on that one, and move this one up to that one. You see how it lines up slightly differently now? So we've got 38 to the centre. I might move that over again. So it's 39. I've just readjusted this end because I've done that end, and then I come up and do this end, and then I go down and check that end. I hadn't checked that end, so actually the fact that I showed you, double checking it, innit? So now when I run that back through that gap, it will cut that board and that board perfectly at the same time, and leave no gap between it. Obviously there will be a gap because the blade's got to go through, and then I unclamp it and push them together, and then it's fixed. And then once everything's all clear of dust, look, watch this, ready? Boom. No gap there. It looks like there's a gap there, but it's not. Look, it's just slightly up. But we can adjust that when we glue it together. Look how push that line is. So that's how you do specialist techniques without specialist equipment. You've got to make do with what you got sometimes, I guess, because I don't have like £1,000 spare for a special magic jointing machine, and I definitely don't have the space for a big one that would easily do these nice and flat and perfect. So I just use this. Anyway, bye.